Okay guys, have for today another Magic the Gathering deck, and now this is just green. I don't really know what it does, but it's pretty freaking mean, especially when we get into this stuff here. But basically turn 1, turn 2 stuff here. I got 4 Arbor Elves, 3 Rankers, 4 Giant Growths, and 3 Bond Beetles. What you can do is basically on turn 1, you can throw down an Arbor Elf, and then on turn 2 you get 2 mana, put a Rancor and Giant Growth on Arbor Elf, and then just swing for 6. You know, it's a nice little boost, kind of bump attack by turn 2, maybe when they're just setting stuff out on the field, attack for 6. Then we got some Ground Seals. I like this because people I play against, they can always use cards in my graveyard and like bring it to their side, but they can't be targets of spells or abilities. Elvish Archdruids to kind of help each other out. It gives other elves you control +1/+1, and then if you tap it, you can add a forest to your mana pool. So it helps me. Basically, my deck also mana ramps. That's basically what it does. And then Wild Beastmaster. I love this guy. When it attacks, it gets other creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is its power, and that's where this can come into play, increasing savagery. You can make it a 6/6. Make Wild Beastmaster 6/6, and then give your other creatures +6/+6, which really helps also tie into Crater Hoof Behemoth. So basically, these 3 cards go together. It has haste. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain trample and +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. So not only can you give your creatures +6/+6, but however many of them there are, Crater Hoof Behemoth will add that much more to them and just basically make everything stronger. And it has haste and trample. Tree of Redemption is a good, basically, defender. It also works well with increasing savagery. You can use its flashback and make this thing a 10/23, and then if you have, like, say, 7 life, you just exchange your life total for 23. So basically you change, like, 17 or whatever you got, I don't know, for 23. Garruk Primal Hunter. Alright. His +1 puts a 3/3 green beast creature token. The -3 is draw equals card to the greatest power among creatures you control, which is great for like stuff like this. I mean, you can really get cards. I know you can only have so many, which is why you got to put like Reliquary Towers, or even if you run blue-green, put a Tameo, because you can have no maximum hand size. -6, you put a green 6/6 green worm token onto the battlefield for each land you control. This is great because if you mana ramp, and then you have Parallel Lives, you know, it works great. And then, you know, you got stuff like Ghoul Trees. They just kind of help you out a little bit. Ghoul Trees goes well with Feed the Packs and Parallel Lives. You have Zomberwald Sage. That's great for the mana ramp. Deadbridge Goliath. You just scavenge it, and you get +1/+1 counters on cards. And then Druid's Repository gives you a chance to add, of course, again, more mana. So this deck is basically, I mean, great. You see this and you're thinking, what can you do with this here? Especially since nothing can really work without Crater Hoof Behemoth. He's an 8 mana cost, but you have all this other stuff to mana ramp it. Basically, you can get him out on turn 4. No, you can get him out on turn 4 instead of turn 8, because on turn 3, you can put down this guy, and you can put down, which guy was it again? Crap, I'm sorry. Oh, Zomberwald Sage on turn 3, and then on turn 4, you tap it for 3 mana, so you basically have 6 mana, and then you can also do this guy for a couple turns, you know, same turn, get 7, and then by turn 4 or 5, if you get lucky enough, throw down the Greater Wolf Behemoth, and or even Tree of Redemption to help you stay in for a while. Heck, maybe even Garruk. But this deck, it's just all ties into itself, and I mean, if you read all that, it's pretty mean, because these, especially on this, these counters don't go away. So you can just keep piling them on to Wild Beastmaster, instead of having to pile them on like which creatures you want to choose. If you pile them on to Wild Beastmaster gives each one of your creatures its toughness, basically, or its power. I'm sorry. So if you get him up to like a 13/13, and then you use a giant growth on them, then you can actually boost them up more, and then you can also swing for those, basically making Creator of Behemoth a 22/22 and just kind of kill him. Tree of Redemption is a nice way to stay in the game. That's really what I use it for, is to help me out with you know, like staying in the game. Say if I have like 4 life and it's my turn, they're going to kill me next turn, I'll just swap them. Say it's like a 26/26 or whatever, I'm at 3 life, they have a plan to get me for 9, swing it for 26 and just end it. Alright, there you go, that's my deck.